Ladies and gentlemen, Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. How's it going? Today I want to talk a little bit about Android and your privacy. So it's pretty obvious these days that a lot of people are out for your information. Your information is worth money. That's why a lot of things on the internet are free. Nobody likes paying for things, but nobody minds having your information being traded around, basically. We've seen this happen a lot with Facebook. Back in the day, probably about 10 years ago, a lot of people used to think I was basically a conspiracy theorist for saying that we are the product on Facebook. So time has gone on, and it turns out many, definitely not all, but many, a concerning amount of conspiracy theories actually turned out to be true. The NSA actually does record your phone calls. It actually does listen in. These days it's going so far as to actually save recorded information. It goes so far as to record encrypted data and keep it for a later time. So your information definitely has a price tag on it. Now, if you're the kind of person that takes their privacy very seriously, and I'm talking people that, I don't know, maybe you're a spy, maybe for some reason the information that you have is very valuable to your company or something like that, I would advise you not to use an Android smartphone. Android smartphones are getting better every day. There's so much more you can do with them than than Apple's. But at the same time, security is a big issue with them. It's a huge issue. There are government hired hackers that get tripped up by this stuff all the time. So one example is that if you install apps that aren't from particular app markets, you could be downloading apps that have backdoors, and that has happened in the past. People who work for government agents as hackers have downloaded these things that have backdoors on them that let other people in. I'm just saying that this happens to people that get paid for this kind of stuff. It happens to everybody. So I'm saying, if you're the average individual, you do not have a chance. You don't have a chance if you use Android. Stick with Apple, because they are all about security. Let's face it, we've all heard stories about why Apple is a lot better with security. So if your security is important to you, then what you need is an Apple. Unfortunately, it sucks. It sucks. You know what? I love my Apple. I love my Android, but I love my Apple, and I can understand some people out there where their Android is literally an extension of their arm. But if you need security, you need an Apple. That's just the way it goes right now. It sucks. It really sucks. But that's just the way it has to be. Anyways, that's it for me. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Have a good one, folks. Catch you later.